Hiya, welcome to a virtual open day on politics. My name is Mary Murphy. I'm a lecturer in the Department of Sociology and the Centre for the Study of Politics, and I've been here about 15 years. Remember that you can choose politics as one of 36 art subjects to blend a flexible, wide open degree. Politics degrees offer a wide mix of theory, practice, research skills and placement. And the Maynooth politics degree goes beyond the usual. We not only focus on institutions, but also on interests, social movements, and on you as citizen and on citizenship more generally. So we study power across and between states, we study power in society, and we study power and policy choices. And you get to choose the electives you do. You can craft your own specialist area and your degree. Our staff actively link teaching with their research and they publish widely. Hopefully they will influence your career progression, including masters and PhDs, but also maybe careers in politics, media, policy worlds, non-government organisations, national and international. And remember, before finally deciding, you've 4 weeks to try it out. So see for yourself what you think. First thing to say is that choosing arts in the 36 subjects that are available in arts are divided into 6 groups, and you can choose to do 2, 3 or 4 subjects in first year, but no more than 1 in each group. And you've 4 weeks to decide fully what you will do. You've also got a critical skills module available as one of those choices, and that's available with all subject combinations. It's also possible to make a change in your choices at the start of the second semester, if that's possible. So I want to talk about politics at Maynooth University and what you'll find studying politics in the Centre for the Study of Politics in the Department of Sociology in Maynooth. And first off, you'll find a very wide and diverse group of lecturers. One book here by Dr. Barry Cannon on the right in Latin America, another book by myself and Patrick Kirby on the Irish welfare state in the 21st century, just giving you a sense of the diversity of what we do. In the picture, we've got Dr. John O'Brennan, the Jean Monnet Professor of European Politics in Maynooth University. So the structure of the course. In first year, you look at political ideas, and in the second semester at political institutions. In second year, you look at theories of democracy and citizenship. You look at the skills that you need to research politics, and you get to choose a module that you want to do yourself. In the second semester of second year, you look at shadowing power in an active citizenship placement outside of the campus, and then coming back onto the campus to workshop what you found out about power in the real world. You also get to look at society and state, which looks at theories of power between society and state, and how power is divided between society and state. And you also get to choose another elective module. In third year, you continue to develop your research skills because you do a 10,000 word research dissertation, your own thesis. So there are workshops that help guide you through that in both the first and the second semester of third year. In the first semester of third year, you also do a module called Irish Politics and Society, which is looking at some of the core debates, the core issues, some of the big policy themes that are going on in Ireland at that time. You're also choosing 1 elective module. And in the second semester of third year, you get to choose 2 elective modules. And on the next slide, I'm going to show you the breadth of modules you'll get to choose from when you study politics at Maynooth. So the kind of courses that are available for you to choose as electives change each year, but broadly speaking, we can see them as divided into 3 types of modules. International modules that look at power between and across states, and these modules might be international relations. You might study aspects of the European Union, politics in the Americas, the politics of development, or globalization and human security. So maybe some examples of that might be John O'Brennan on EU enlargement, Barry Cannon on the left and right in Latin America, and Honor Fagan, whose specialist area is the global politics of water. In another set of modules, you look at power in society. You look at social movements, gender and politics, ethnic conflict, social revolutions. And some of our experts in this area are on Pauline Cullen, who studies European feminisms, Lawrence Cox, who studies global anti-capitalist movements. Colin Coulter looks at politics and popular culture. A third set of modules look at power and policy. So they look at the relationship between the state and society, Irish and international public policy, the specialist study of elections, sex, law and society, media. So experts that we have there include Mary Murphy, myself, on the Irish welfare state, and Sean O'Reen on Ireland's economic model. The kind of combinations that can be taken with politics, and do check this against university information. Politics can be taken with the following subjects, and as I said, with a maximum of one per group. It can be combined with, in group 1, geography, as well as German law and philosophy. In group 2, business, management and marketing, along with Greek and history. In group 3, English, international development and maths. In group 4, anthropology, economics, finance, Latin and New Gaeilge. And in group 5, along with computer science, music, sociology and Spanish. And we've put in red those modules that a lot of students appear to take. So it's popular to study politics and geography, history, international development, anthropology, economics and sociology. But any of these combinations is possible and has been done. Where can politics take you at the end of all this? Well, you can do politics in various ways. You can do a double major, you can do a major, and you can do a minor. It helps you build up your own research skills. You get to do your own research. So think about that in the context of choosing subject combinations. Many of our students go on to do masters, and indeed some go on to further study and do PhDs. The types of careers we've seen our politics students open up into include politics itself. We've got some elected politicians in our alumni. Public affairs, media in print and broadcast, and social media and developing content. Policy analysis, working in think tanks, working as researchers, working in non-government organisations and civil society, and also working in business, particularly policy roles in business and roles that connect business and society. We've also seen students pursuing international careers in the EU, in the UN and the OECD, but also in international non-government organisations and in think tanks. So really it's very broad where the study of politics can take you, and it really depends on where you want to go. So just a little quiz here, a piece of political research, thinking about it in the context of COVID. So when we elect a government, should we give them the freedom to make decisions free from opinion polls and protests? Have a think about that. Government should be strongly guided by the advice of experts, advisors. To you. And number 3, citizens understand the political issues affecting them better than experts. Now, what you've been thinking about with those questions is political ideas and theories of democracy. So some of you may have lent towards the people as the experts of their own lives, having a continual say in the decisions that affect them. And if so, you're talking about a theory of direct democracy. Others might feel that governments, once elected, should be left to get on with it and govern. And you're drawing there on the theories of representative democracy. If, however, you do believe that experts should have a significant role in advising governments and influencing decisions, maybe then you're talking about technocratic theories of governance. So just a small example of how what we think is informed by ideas and how ideas and theories help us think about developing our understanding of democracy. The other thing we study a lot are the political institutions, the rules through which we allocate power and the rules through which we make decisions, the rules through which we enable people to participate in those institutions. So just taking one example of the voting rules in America, we can see in one set of rules how the people vote, the voting electoral system in the United States, and taking the 2016 election, we can see that using that rule, Hillary Clinton got the most votes with 65.85 million votes. But we can also see how another political institution, the Electoral College, and rule number 2, translates those votes into the rule that determines who is actually appointed president. And we can see here that it's not the person with the most votes in the first voting electoral system, but it's the rules that translate those votes through the Electoral College that determine who will be elected president. And in this instance, it was Trump with 62.98 million who was elected president. So we can see how rules work, and we can assess whether those rules work fairly. We can assess maybe whether some rules or institutions are better than others, why countries pick particular rules or institutions, and how they change those rules if they're considered to be not working well. So what I'm hoping to leave you with is the idea that if you study politics at Maynooth, you get something extra, something a little bit different. And that's because we approach the study of politics through the study of political institutions, elections, parties, politicians and policy. But we also go beyond that. We go beyond the usual into social movements, media and discourse, business and politics. And we go beyond that again to understanding and developing your participation in politics as an active citizen, and how people enact politics and practice politics, both in formal institutions and in social movements. And we have there an example of We Make Our Own History, a book about Marxism and social movements by Lawrence Cox and Alf Nielsen, and Lawrence is one of our lecturers here. We have in the other picture our adjunct professor of politics, Professor Patrick Kirby, and Dr. Barry Cannon, who is there along with the President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins, who is launching a book that they wrote on Latin America and politics. So I've tried to show you some of our own work and how we bring our own research and our own expertise into the space in our teaching. So I hope that's enough information for you. If you need more information, if you just want to have a chat about your options, if you want to pursue anything later on, you can either contact me, Mary Murphy, as the politics coordinator in our department, or you can contact Shauna Reen, who is the head of the Department of Sociology in Maynooth University. So just to reiterate, I do genuinely believe that studying arts in Maynooth University offers you so much flexibility and choice. It's really wonderful that you don't have to choose before you enter the university, that you can sample a lot of the modules, and that you can change your mind up to 4 weeks after you start the year. I hope I've shown you that there's a lot of flexibility and choice also within what's offered in the study of politics in Maynooth, with a lot of flexibility for you to choose and specialise in different modules and options. So the very best of luck with your CAO application.